a child's pose if you can see me. So work on your child's pose here. Lay down, lady. So just breathe in your body. You can widen your arms a little further away. Feel your sit bones come to your heels. You can close your eyes. And take a moment to set your intention for this practice. You could dedicate it to someone you love who's had trauma. Right? Okay, lay down now. Lay down. Yes, we might cut that part out of the video, okay? So let's just go ahead and breathe in. And exhale. Go ahead and slowly come into your neutral position. Hopefully you place your intention there. Okay? You may end up having to move the mat or cut the video here. Go ahead and fingers nice and wide. Draw that right leg up as you inhale and slowly exhale, release it down. Inhale, lift that left leg up, exhale, release. Go ahead and send your sit bones back down to your child's pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, round your spine, tuck your toes, chin to chest, and hold. As you breathe in, square your hips a little more here. Let your hands come off the mat, your palms, and come back to your sit bones. Widen your hips just a little, and then stick your sit bones out and slowly come into a melting heart. So let your knees maybe come a little back as your sit bones come back. So for your first puppy pose, just take a moment to connect to yourself, connect to your heart. And when you feel ready, go ahead and inhale, lower down onto your belly. Fingers nice and wide, right by your shoulders as you inhale, mini cobra. Exhale, press your toenails on the back of the mat and lower. Inhale as you push yourself up, look up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale as you look up. Open your heart. Exhale, lower. Breathe out. Go ahead and inhale. Come back up. Meet me in a neutral position. Round, chin to chest here. Exhale, child's pose. Breathe in and out. Go ahead and inhale. Come to your neutral position. Round your spine, chin to chest, cat. And then go ahead and send yourself into a nice down dog. Exhale. You can walk it out, walk your toes out, elephant it out. Go ahead and bend your knees here. Maybe you want an elephant or side to side as you bend your knees to the right hip, to the left. Go ahead and send that right knee and get on that right heel. Opposite side, left heel. When you feel ready, go ahead and walk yourself forward. Come into a nice high plank. Drop your knees, lower down, exhale. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, down dog. Breathe out. Walk your feet out. And then walk your hands a little closer to your feet. Find yourself in a nice ragdoll position. Bend your knees here. Let your head be heavy. Okay. If you need to adjust your clothing, feel free to do that. And go ahead and draw your legs and bend into a nice yogi squat here. Open up your hips, come into Malasana or garland. Come off the back of your heels, exhale, standing forward fold. Go ahead and walk your hands in front of your mat. Let your ribs flare out and elbows are soft to your down dog. Draw the backs of your heels on the back of the mat. Take a nice deep breath in for 4. And then go ahead and shift your weight forward as you exhale, draw your heels back. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, draw back to your down dog. Let your ribs open up your diaphragm. Bend your knees. Go ahead and draw that right foot forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Go ahead and send that right leg all the way up to the stem of your rib knee. Inhale, rotate that right leg. Spin that right leg. And slowly plant it onto your left leg as you lower down to your sit bones here. Inhale as you come up. Draw that right leg back, or left leg back, excuse me. Right leg shoots back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe out. Go ahead and send yourself back into the puppy pose. Stick your sit bones out. Draw your hips back and forth, nice and slow. And then slowly find your child's pose. When you feel ready, go ahead and inhale, come meet me in neutral. Exhale to your down dog. Go ahead and draw your feet forward. Come off the back of your heels. Send the left foot back and the right foot back. Really flex that left foot up and the right foot. Go at your own pace. And go ahead, step that left foot forward between your hands. High lunge here. Exhale, lift here. Inhale. If you need to step your left foot a little forward, let that right hip come down or the right knee. Get a nicer stretch on that left side. Our left side usually needs more love. Go ahead and place that left side a little further here, moving that right back foot back and forth so you can bend that left hip open. So this is about a little bit of like a movement stretch here. So you're shifting that left hip. You're pushing on that left femur and the back of the hamstring, okay? So you can get that left. Draw that right leg. So it should be in a nice, perfect pyramid here. Try not to lock that left knee. Exhale, lower knee to nose. Now, if you want to feel a different stretch, you would walk your right hand to that left side. Okay? And then go ahead and draw that left hand forward as you inhale. Exhale, pyramid, lower down. Inhale, high lunge. Go ahead and exhale the pyramid. Inhale, high lunge. This time, draw that knee to nose and hold. toe to left knee. Inhale as you come up. Pivot yourself back. Exhale. Go ahead and draw that left knee. Find your pigeon. Exhale, lower. Inhale as you pull yourself up to king pigeon, look up. Now you can come onto your fingertips and really straighten out and take a nice curve here in your back. Now if you have a strap, you could use the strap to draw your foot back to your head. So we might do that in the next yoga session, okay? So just take a nice peek back behind you as you draw that foot towards you, okay? When you feel ready, go ahead and release that. Draw that right hand on that left side, lower down. Inhale as you come up, draw that right hand, shoot that right hand back. Place that right hand here, send that left arm, and take a nice twist here to the left. You can untuck your back right leg. And go ahead and send that left arm straight. And then lower down. Draw your hands here. Take a nice juicy stretch here. Exhale. Let your hands come over your head. You can place them on your back if that's if that feels better. Right on your mid lumbar or thoracic, whichever one. When you feel ready, fingertips come onto that. Inhale, look up. Tuck that right toe. As you shoot yourself up, inhale, leg left. Inhale, open up that left hip this time. See if you can draw that right foot right in the center and look over that right heel. Go ahead and bend that right knee. Send that left leg back behind the right and then lower down. Exhale. When you feel ready, go ahead and inhale, come forward. Left leg comes up. Tuck that right toe. Send that left leg and send it all the way over as you open up, left arm shoots up. So you'll be on the side angle of that left top toe. So you're lifting, stretching that side. See if you can, your fingers can touch that right hand, right? As you open up, inhale, left arm comes back, and then forward. Good job. Draw your knee back, right leg comes up as you inhale. Open up that right hip, right arm comes down. You're on the top of that right toe. You can open up your right arm however you wish, and then draw it back all the way so your hand touches that top of that left hand. If you feel you're a little off, right, you may want to reposition your left hand or fix your pants, right? So draw that right arm up and then send that right arm. If you want to take it a step further, give that right leg a hug like a dancer. And go ahead and release that right arm comes down. Left knee lifts. Inhale, right leg comes up. Right leg shoots over. Now this time you're going to step that left foot. Look over that left side. You can bend your left leg here. Look over your left armpit. And go ahead and draw that left leg. As you bend your right knee, let it come over. And drop, exhale. Now you can also go ahead and crisscross your hands and see what that feels like. Or you're welcome to place your left hand under your back and then find yourself, if you can, with the right hand. Can you touch your elbows here? If that's too much, then just stay where you're at. And when you feel ready, we'll come into the opposite of pigeon. So go ahead and draw that right leg back up. Inhale, tiger that pose. Give yourself a nice hug here if you can. And then release it. Your left arm comes forward, hand comes back. Go ahead and send yourself into a nice hugging the floor here. Bend your knees back and forth. Exhale as you dive the back of your heels back. Now really soften. You're softening the space between your shoulder blades. If you can bend your knee, elbows here, right? Make sure your hands and feet are in perfect alignment. Try not to focus so much on the movements as just more of the breathing. So you're getting grounded. You can even place your hands a little closer here to your feet as your sit bones come back. So you're stretching the back of those hamstrings and the glutes, right? And you're really sending yourself backwards. So let your hands come forward as your sit bones come back. So it's like opposing forces, right? So your hands are coming forward and your sit bones are pulling back. And then go ahead and send yourself forward, chin to chest, exhale, heels come back. So really focusing more on that. And then draw your knees down. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, knees come down. So you're in a kind of a squat, a half yogi squat. So go ahead and find that position. If it's too much for your wrist, that means you're not positioning yourself right? If your wrists start to hurt. So come onto your fingertips if you can. If you need to come all the way to your knees, you just be slightly on your fingertips. You're not pushing all the weight under your hands, right? So whenever you're in downward dog, if you feel that, that's why. Go ahead, draw your knee to your nose and lower yourself down. Draw that right leg straight. Come into your high king pigeon here, right? So really flare out your ribs. Open up. You know, they say you have to wear tight clothing, loose clothing with yoga, because it's important. Go ahead and walk yourself to that right side. So try not to buy yoga polyester items. They're trying to poison us. So that right side should feel a little bit better if you move your weight all the way to that right side. If you need to shift your weight, you can, and draw your forearm on the mat and lift that left arm as you open up. See what that feels like. And then slowly pull yourself up. Send that left foot towards you. Okay? So go ahead and inhale. Really get nice and tall as you lengthen. Open up your heart here. It's really nice to do it with loose clothing or, yeah, okay. But go ahead and tuck that back toe. Just slightly lift yourself off the mat here. You can rock your toe back and forth. So you really want to send your heart open. So you're rotating that psoas and the pelvis, right? So go ahead and take a nice twist here to the left one last time. And then walk yourself to that right side. And you can even find a posture position here where you could spin that left leg to that opposite side if you can. Okay? So just notice how you're feeling. If you can try to get into this position, if not, stay in your pigeon. Okay? So this may be a hard one to do. So go ahead and draw that right hand, cradle that. So let that right arm open up, send yourself all the way. If you want to get into a mermaid position, you would come into this position here. Okay? So go ahead, and if you can do that, if not, don't do it. Remember, use at your own risk. Go ahead and send your left arm forward, lift that right knee up, look over that left shoulder this time. Send that left hand down, exhale. Kind of find your high pigeon here, draw that left hand onto your back. See if you can draw that right hand and hold that back of that left elbow. And then see if you can lower down as you exhale, lower. And then go ahead and release that. Now remember, your knee, if you're having knee injuries, pigeon can be very challenging. If you need to let your knee open up here, I would recommend you doing that, or find a nice position here where you're in this position, because you don't want to strain or put pressure on your knee, okay? Your kneecap has a lot of water in it, and so whatever happened, if you had knee injuries, that's going to affect your hips, okay? So let's come back. So like I said, if you do this position and take a twist here, that might be more beneficial. Try that on the opposite side. If not, do pigeon. Go ahead and lift. Now when you lift, find that left foot here on the edge of the corner of your mat. As you lift up, lift that left leg. Draw that right leg back. Chaturanga. Inhale. Come up. Stretch your toenails. Take a nice deep breath in. Heart opens. And hold. Lower your legs down, your thighs. And then find a little shimmy shake here from the left to the right. And take a rotation and look over that right heel. Right shoulder, left shoulder. And let your pelvis just naturally fall. So you're really working that lower spine. Now the reason why trauma is stored in our fascia and it's more stored in our hips, our emotions lie there, especially for people, because if you're neglected, right, with attention, you're gonna find it elsewhere in comfort. So whether it's food or something else, but still it's stored in your trauma, and your fascia. Trauma's stored there. So that's why we're moving in a certain positions. So go ahead and find your figure eight, moving your hips, left to right, nice and slow. This isn't an Olympic event here, so go ahead and lower down. Really find some juicy spinal fluids. So if you want to rock your right knee up, and then find that opposite side as you lift that left knee off, placing all that weight on that right. And then go ahead and send your knees forward. Tuck your back toes here. Inhale as you come up. Take a deep belly breath in. Draw your hands over your heart. And really open up. Interlace your hands and give yourself a nice stretch. Come to that right side here. And inhale as you rise, opposite side. Taking a nice twist. You can go ahead and inhale as you come up. Draw your hands into cactus as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a nice forward here. Inhale. Draw your hands up. Inhale. Draw that right leg up. Left leg comes up. Tadasana, one-legged. And hold. Just hold. Take a deep belly breath in. Go ahead and lower yourself into Anjali Mudra here. Keep holding. Grab a hold of that left leg as you inhale. Now, if you fall over, it's okay. We're not a bougie yoga club, so go ahead and draw that left foot. Find your tree pose here. Staying grounded. We have a supermoon in Cancer. So just hold your, if you need to hold your sock, do that. And go ahead and inhale. Draw your hands all the way up here. Take a deep breath in. Plant your hands. Now you can place them back behind you and give yourself a squeeze here. Or on your back. Right? And go ahead and release that. Draw that right leg up. Rotate that right foot. Send that right leg towards you. Rotate that right foot. And if you want to go ahead and draw your hand, your toe here, you can do that. You can send your right leg towards you if you can. If not, if you can't find a handed toe, then just let your leg be here. And then slowly draw your right leg into that left thigh when you're ready. Now, if your left side is not very grounded, you probably need to stand more at the grocery store. So go ahead and, it's also how you place your foot, right? So if you're placing your foot here, just slowly slide it up a little higher, okay? Let your elbows come out and your hands will parallel, okay? So that's how. So you'll be like that. Grab a hold of that right leg while that left arm is out. Find your parallel as you inhale. Big belly breath in. Let your hands come back, open up, really take a deep stretch here. Now go ahead and send your hands in Anjali Mudra. You can even find a nice dip. So with your elbow to your knee. Okay? And then go ahead and release that, shake that out. Okay? So come off your heels here. Exhale, back through your heels. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now try not to let your head naturally fall, but if you can walk your hands a little further back behind you and draw your knees and bend them just a little bit here. Let your hands come back and open your arms like angel wings and hold. Now this is really great if you want to use weights, right? So you would be able to use weights doing it this direction, and you would work that area where your arms get real flabby. That's the part you would use the weights for, but next time we'll do that. So go ahead and inhale, come into a nice chair pose as you hold, squeeze, exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat half back, and hold. Draw your hands down, exhale, standing forward fold. Go ahead and bend your knees here. And just find a little movement here with your rocking, your shimmy, your shake. So you're pushing your weight with your feet, shaking your sit bones. Okay? Make sure your pants don't fall down. and shake your hips in a way that feels good for you, right? So you're working, you're shaking all that bad juju out. And then go ahead and round chin to chest here. Draw your elbows and let them kind of move so you're softening your body. You're softening your elbows. Letting your head just drop like, right? So you're, draw your knees in. Step that left foot back, high lunge. Right leg comes back. Your chaturanga. Inhale up, dog. Exhale down. And walk your feet out. Bend your knees. Exhale, wide-legged child's pose. Go ahead and plant your hands back behind you here. Draw your hands to your elbows. Feel the weight being compressed. The weight. And when you feel ready, go ahead and inhale. Come up. Big belly breath in. Exhale. Come and meet me in here. And find a nice exhale. Thank yourself for coming in, honoring yourself today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share. So you're welcome to find yourself lowering down onto your mat, drawing your knees to your chest. Grab a hold of your toes here. Send them towards your face, massaging your back. Maybe you want to go a little lower with energy. Your energy is low, so just if you want to move slower, right, just barely moving, because you're really kind of becoming aware of your body and you're coming into your body. Like, so it's about almost feeling like you can be free, right? Free in your mind. That's the unity of the yoga consciousness. And so go ahead and draw that right leg up. Send it over that left. You can hug that left leg. So you're stretching that left hip out. Maybe you can hold both toes and let them come down here and hold your toes. And see if your legs can come down while you're holding both feet. Now you'll really feel that if you drop that left leg. Okay? So if you can try that and see what that feels like, it feels really good to me. And then when you feel ready, draw that right leg onto that left hip. Left thigh, sorry. So you'll feel this right in your pelvic, right in your hip flexors and your psoas. You draw your hands up above your head here. Place them behind your head here. And just breathe deep into that rib cage, that diaphragm. You're welcome to take a couple nice little abs to the left, all the way to the left side. So you're shooting your weight to that left to get that right oblique. And come to the opposite side. Do however many you feel is good for you. So if you need a little abs, just take some nice small pulses. So you're just barely lifting your head. And you'll feel it here if you just stay with a flat back on the mat. Just mini pulses. Then go ahead and draw your legs, knees to nose. Bring your chest up. And then go ahead and send that right leg straight. Plant that left leg, knee to nose here. Toes come towards your face. And then find your opposite side. Right leg comes down, left leg, knee to nose. Really get your, well, I'll have to do a video with straps, okay, for those that watch. I have a strap, I'll have to bring it back over here. So draw that left. Now if you need your strap, you can do that, right? And draw that, because your straps are going to help you with your flexibility, especially with your legs. You can even send your left leg and bend that left knee and open that left hip. And keep that right leg where it's at. Okay? So that'll help open up that left side. And then send that left leg over and draw your right hands either behind or on top of your leg. It's easier to do it this direction, so your hand will be over here and your left leg will be on that one side. And then go ahead and send that opposite side, so hold your feet if you can. Let your legs splay out here. Now if you can't do this position, you'll place that left leg right on top of that. So this is like a one-legged lotus position. Left leg of your heel will go onto that right thigh. So your left heel is on your right top of your thigh. Okay? So you could play around with it too. So you're going to let that left hip drop. You're really getting that left side of the nice side of your left that needs a little love, because sometimes our left side needs more. And then go ahead, draw your knees back, inhale, knees to nose. Now we're going to send that left leg down, find that right leg again, send that right knee down, hug that right foot, top of your right toes. If you need to use your other hand, you can do that. So this is a different variation than like a lizard or a couple of the other poses, right? Flying lizard is too hard, so we won't do that one. For some people. Sometimes I watch other videos and it can be a little challenging. So go ahead and find your Supta Konasana here. Open up your hips. Draw your chest as you hold your feet. Look at your belly button here and rock your hips from side to side. Rocking your hips from side to side as slow as you want. Just keep making sure your head and chest, you're pulling your weight towards your feet. Right? And your feet are coming. And go ahead and open up nice and big into your happy baby. You're welcome to sway or move your knees, allowing anything that needs to come out, whichever you'd like to do for moving. Maybe you need to bend a little more to feel into your breath or your body. And then go ahead, draw your feet over your head, and then hold your ankles if you can, or your calves as you rock back and forth, massaging your spine. Right. So if you need to move around, and plant connect your hands here and let your legs come to the left and to the right. And spin them all the way down as you flex your feet forward as you inhale, push up. Exhale, let them come over your head. Inhale, lift your sit bones up. Flex your toes. Exhale, drop your hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale as you come up. Come nice and tall on your mat here. Inhale. And then exhale, seated forward fold. Inhale as you come up, nice and tall. Inhale. Big breath in. Exhale. Reversed plank. Lift your hips. Exhale. Slide your sit bones all the way to your heels. And then lower back down. Hug your knees. Massage that belly. Massage your back. And then let your legs come to the left side. Recline butterfly. If you need to come into a reclined butterfly, you can do that. Right? So your right leg will splay open, but your left leg will come more to the left side. Look over your right shoulder. Maybe your right hand comes above your head here. And then when you feel ready, go ahead, draw your knees. You want to find your butterfly here. And then let your butterfly come down, but make sure you're kind of more onto that right side. Look over that left shoulder, left arm comes all the way up above your head. So you're really having that right knee come all the way to this right side. You will let your ribs splay out. That's why I took off my shirt. So you can kind of see. Well, if not, go ahead and find that left leg and shoot that left leg over. Find your reclined bound. Make sure your legs, your left and your right legs are kind of closer, right? And then that way you can come and draw your feet and feel a hand to toe here. If you can't do a hand to toe standing up, right? I mean, it can be for more advanced for some people. Okay? And then go ahead and send your legs, press your hands up, draw your knees, and then open up into Supakhanasana here. And make your way here. And you can draw your hands back behind you. And when you feel ready, go ahead and draw your hands, place them down where you're at. Now you're going to let your head come to the crown of the mat here. Find that space. And you're welcome to use a block if you can, okay? So find that space here. You can rock your hips out. Your elbows will be your go-to. So you're going to want to push down on your legs as your elbows dive down into the earth. And then open that back up, right? Open your back, open your heart up, sorry. And that's a modified fish with butterfly. And then draw your knees back and then slowly lower down. Give yourself a nice juicy stretch here. If you're not on your mat, get on your mat. Okay? So draw your hands up above your head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale. And then go ahead and draw your hands. We're going to place our hands into, interlace them, opening our shoulder blades up here. Okay, exhale as you lower them down. Inhale, let them come back to that crown of that head and let them come back behind you nice and slow. Okay, so the crown of the head will come forward. So you'll be looking back behind you. Exhale, draw your hands down, lowering down. So go ahead and try that again. Inhale, your crown of your head will tilt as your hands move. You'll be looking at your hands, and then open that space up here again. Find that modified fish. So you're beyond that crown of that head, which is 3 fingers from your forehead, right? It might be a little further, but I believe it is. And then exhale, let that crown down, your back comes to the mat, and exhale over. Go ahead, open up your fists and then close them. Nice and slow, maybe one at a time. Let your legs splay open here. If there's any other asanas, feel free to do them. Other than that, make your way to Shavasana. Let yourself relax and release all the tension. Maybe remove stuff around, okay? So notice how you're feeling. Maybe your energy is a little bit different. More of how you're feeling. If you feel more into your body, more connected, you're welcome to rub your hands together too, right? To feel that connection. And then open your palms up when you're ready. You can place your hands on your belly or your chest. Just connect to yourself, where you're at, and breathing. How is your breathing feeling? Are you breathing softer, calmer?